welcome to Chats, a television podcast, Season 12, PeaksChatz. My name is Magellan, and what a beauty! Kind of reminds me of that statue, the babe without the arms. The name was Milo, but that's beside the point. They're the kind of co-host that makes you wish you spoke a little French. It's Alan.
A Venus de Milo. Milo something. I don't know. It's Milo Thatch from Atlantis, The Lost Empire, sir. Yes, Venus something. Thank you, Gordon.
That movie deserved better.
You do a pretty good David Lynch.
Thanks. Thanks very much.
Hi, Magellan.
Hey, how you doing?
Sorry, I'm still playing with my levels. I was like, do I sound good? Do I look good? Do I smell good? And the answer is yes, no, and huh? To all three. I love Twin Peaks, and this is a good show with good episodes.
Yeah, we watched two really good episodes this week. Two of the best.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. They were season 2 episodes 18 and 19. First episode 18 on the wings of love, and then later we'll talk about 19 variations on relations. Episode 18, Wings on the Wings of Love, was directed by Dwayne Dunham, a perennial Twin Peaks director, and written by Harley Peyton and Robert Engels, also frequent writers on the show. It aired on April 4th, 1991. Alan, what happened in On the Wings of Love?
You ever look up a picture of Dwayne Dunham, by the way? He looks like Bob's dad.
Let me just do a
Can I get a live
quick,
react? Yeah,
quick
look up
look.
Dwayne Dunham on Google Images.
Let me get a look at you, Dwayne. Whoa. He's literally wearing a jean shirt and has the gray hair.
Yeah.
This man is Bob's dad.
Rocco Stanhope? No, what the fuck is the character's name from The Stand? It's not Rocco Stanhope.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. Miles, what's the I'm never going to remember his name.
No, we can't do
not
this
look
again.
it up.
We can't do this again. It's
Okay,
the
I'm
guy
sorry.
from The Stand who sucks
Randall
and is
Flagg.
the bad Randall
It's Randall
Flagg.
Flagg.
Yeah, that guy.
Someone write that one down. That's a really good name for like a short fiction. Rocco Stanhope. Cool. Yeah, this episode sucks.
I liked it.
No, it's fun. Oh, wait, did you want me to tell you what happened in it?
Yeah, that's what I asked you.
In this episode, Harry is attacked by Jones in his sleep. Audrey and Wheeler begin a relationship. Gordon Cole returns with a report that Wyndham Earle worked with Major Briggs on Project Blue Book. Cole also reinstates Cooper to the FBI. Yay! Also, the crew goes to Owl Cave, where they find a petroglyph matching Briggs and the Log Lady's tattoos, but Earle inverts the symbol, causing the cave to rumble. What could be inside Owl Cave? I don't know. Temple of Doom?
Yeah, it looked like an Indiana Jones set. It was kind of ridiculous.
I enjoyed the antics of the last 10 minutes where you have Andy in the cave and all that stuff, but kind of feels like it's a different show.
Yeah.
Don't know what to say about On the Wings of Love other than what a strange episode. It's a transitionary episode though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, this show's a cartoon now. It's just a cartoon. There's nothing. What in the landscape of mediocre television, it's not so bad.
Not so bad at all. Yeah.
If this was your show and it's like, oh, I got to catch freaking Criminal Minds, or I don't know. What do people watch? What do you watch out there? What are you still tuning into the networks to watch? Whatever that is, replace it with this, with Twin Peaks at this level of quality, and it's fine. It fits. It's fine. It's not. People talk about Twin Peaks season 2 as if it is an abomination, like a crime against television, and a lot of television is mediocre, and this is in there, man. You know,
it's this is no Bridgerton. But there is some weird horny energy. I'm trying to think of popular shows.
Oh my God, what a horny episode. Not even Gordon Cole could escape the tempest of horniness. And in a way, he is a big part of that tempest. He's one of the major winds contributing to it.
This is no Mayor of Easttown. I guess it's kind of like Mayor of Easttown meets Bridgerton, if you think about it. Two popular shows. And then some of the comedy is very much I think you should leave season 2. No, I didn't Google most popular TV shows of 2021.
Are you just on Netflix right now? Looking at at your list.
This is my
Your
cue, you know?
Your cue.
5 minute fit.
Let's bring the cue back, of course. 2021, bring back the cue.
And then Annie loves Cooper's earnestness just like everybody loves Ted Lasso now on Apple TV+.
I thought you were going to say Raymond.
Just like everybody loves Raymond. Now you have 2 takes. You can pick whichever one you want to use. You're going to use both. I know you. Thank you.
You're editing it, and you're also going to use both.
Me at me. You're going to use both, you weirdo. Pick a plot to talk about. Pick any plot.
Let's talk about Gordon Cole. Let's talk about Gordon Cole. I mean, it's so good to have this guy back.
Why is he yelling?
I don't know, but I got 2 clips. So many great clips of him yelling. The best clips are yet to come, by the way. My favorite Gordon Cole clip is yet to come, and this episode establishes what's going to get us there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, but so many great moments. He's back just to do this, just to do the thing where he's loud, and also to develop a relationship with Shelley Johnson, which is totally fine by me. I mean, I don't know. The age difference sucks. Like, it all sucks.
It's so big that it's played for a joke. Like, it's not played like Audrey and Wheeler or Cooper and Audrey or Audrey and anyone. It's just like
slapstick. It's just pure.
He's a harmless old man.
And David Lynch plays it so sweetly too. I forgot the development that Shelley's the only person that he can hear.
Love that development.
And he plays that with such like, I can hear you. It's like, oh, Gordon.
Oh, Gordon, I'm so happy for you.
But
that's a miracle. And then freaking the log lady has to be my boring ass who's like, pie's a miracle. Yeah. she's every fan who actually's TV show. She's just like, pay attention. There's rules. It's us. Again, me at me.
Yeah, anyway, this is the best Gordon Cole clip right here.
Boing,
And what's useful about it is if I want to, tell somebody that they have a whack hairline or a bad outfit, I can just say, boy.
Boy. Boy.
I thought you were still going to use the whole clip, but no.
Boy.
No, I'm saying boy.
Boy.
Do you get it? I'm saying boy with like, you do your hand.
Mm-hmm. A boy. Yeah.
All right.
Can I get one more?
Boy.
Thank you.
And of course,
boing,
is the whole thing. Man.
He comes into this episode like a bat out of hell. It's really, really fun, and it feels like the episode is falling asleep. I mean, Truman like literally is hungover, depressed, angry, etc. And Cooper is like, I have the perfect hangover cure, It's, Worcestershire sauce and all this disgusting stuff. And then you got anchovies. Now, bear with me. And then, like, Truman goes to barf. And the trick is that you describing that makes people want to barf. Mm-hmm. And then, like, a rocket launcher shot through the office. Gordon's like, I'm here. There's a bonsai tree. I love bonsai. Bonsai, like the old movie. He's like freeform rapping or something. He's just going off.
Right.
Cooper, you have a job again. Here's your gun. You're in the FBI again. Congratulations. And Cooper and Gordon start like dressing like each other. There's a lot of like male parallels in this ep.
And they keep giving each other thumbs up. Like they do it multiple times.
Yeah, they're friends.
Too. Yeah, Gordon Cole's just here to have fun, which is not why Gordon Cole's usually here. I mean, I guess he's also here because of Windom Earle. But Windom Earle feels so goofy,
ancillary, yeah,
that I don't feel a sense of impending doom. It's like Windom Earle is having to spin his wheels because he knows that it's not his time yet to show up in the plot.
Yeah,
like
totally.
He spent half a day with his little penknife cutting out photographs to paste them onto his playing cards. And he spent the other half of the day reading the fucking Royal Road to Card Magic so that he could do the sleight of hand necessary to produce the queens from the deck. Like, he's not doing this for anybody but Leo and himself. And he's got, it's the bonsai tree and he's put a thing in it. It's like, at this point, you've proven your point. You can get places and kill people. Just do it. Why are you so hung up on doing it in like a particular way? It's just kind of silly.
I guess that's part of his deal, though, is he's all about the rules, and he's mad that Cooper is not letting him do the play. But it just leads to him feeling like, honestly, we keep saying it, like a cartoon villain, like a Scooby-Doo villain or something.
Yeah.
Like his moment at the end of the episode really is played for like it's supposed to be kind of scary. Like, oh my God, he inverted the owl cave symbol. And it's like, oh my God, the cave shook. Like, what? He just did an evil thing, and then it went all nasty, and who knows how that's going to go.
Yeah. There's like some vague sense of creepiness when he shows up to talk to Audrey at the library, and he's like staring her down while she's reading the poem. That was certainly unnerving, but also his beard looked so like glued on that I was like, okay, this is a Halloween costume. Like, I cannot.
I think what worked about that scene was that it's an older man being creepy to a younger woman.
Yes,
like I know that's what happens to Audrey every 5 minutes.
But Audrey actually treats it like, this is creepy, I'm gonna go. Exactly.
And she's not like, oh, I love you.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take a plane with you or whatever with my dad for my dad's job. No, this one it genuinely, because like, older men preying on younger women, problem in the whole world. Also big problem in academia. And so this feeling of like, I'm a college professor and I'm here to like prey on this young girl, like rings a little bit true. And yeah, the costume is absurd and he doesn't really do anything practical, but it does get under your skin a little bit in the right way. It just doesn't, like, he's not pushing any narrative forward at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I understand what people meant when they said that, like, a lot of people don't remember Windom Earle because he just doesn't like do a lot of active stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't really do much of anything. And the only thing we learn about him is that he has some association with Project Blue Book, which I guess just means that he knows that the White and the Black Lodge exist, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's all we really need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Before we move off of Gordon Cole, my other favorite quote was this one.
Gordon, there's some curious linkages here.
The word linkage reminds me of sausage. Never cared much for the links, preferred the patties.
And I think we can all agree that patties are better than links.
I think so. I think I agree with that as well.
Yeah. I'll eat a link every once in a while, but it just tastes better.
Maybe I haven't had a good link in a while, but yeah, if I'm just like, I want sausage flavor, give me a Dunkin' Donuts sausage disc.
Yeah, give me that sausage, egg, and cheese croissant.
Croissant. Makes me feel like trash afterwards. My favorite Gordon Cole line.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Just, that's the kind of girl that makes you wish she spoke a little French.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I like it, though.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, who do you want to talk about next? I mean,
Annie.
It's just a cavalcade. Yeah, Annie? Okay, fine. Let's do it. What's Annie doing in this episode?
He says, Cooper asks her, what's fun around here? And she says, teetotaling and prayer.
That's her saying what to do about a hangover.
What to do about a hangover.
Did you remember she was in a convent? All this convent stuff. We talked a little bit last episode about how that's just got this weird like sexual charge, like, ooh, convent, nun, that kind of thing. And they really put a lot of time into emphasizing that Annie is like innocent about the world. And she's like, I haven't been around men in so long. And you know what I mean? It's weird.
I definitely do. I think she also, and maybe this is just in Heather Graham's is in her good performance, is it feels like she's the not like other nuns or not like other girls sort of character.
Yes.
Where it's like any other nun would have been like, we do this for the Lord. And she's the one who says teetotaling and prayer, like teetotaling, not consuming alcohol. Like she takes her religion seriously, but like a more realistic way. Like instead of like, oh, we must, pray to God. She's like, yeah, I do the whole Jesus thing, And I like that part about her. It feels very grounded, and I think that is what attracts her to, or what attracts Cooper to her. But you were going to make a point.
Well, I just think they have this scene. First of all, they have this scene in the Double R that we'll talk about, and I have a clip from where it's the most like manic pixie dream girl, like straight out of the script of Garden State. Magellan at 17 years old would have loved this completely. Yep. And now I watch this
and yourself there.
I mean, it's the truth. Mm-hmm. And now I watch this and I want to like hide under the covers and scream because it's so much a man like puppeteering a female character to say, Like, and with all due respect to social niceties, you know, I really like you. It's like, okay. And then the episode ends with this conversation between Cooper and Annie where they basically agree that they're going to start dating, which kind of caught me by surprise. And in that conversation, you know, Annie's talking about, oh man, it's so weird being in the world. It's like speaking a foreign language. And Cooper says, I wish I could see the world through your eyes. Mm-hmm. And so there is a way, like you're saying, in which her groundedness is what attracts him to her, but it's also her innocence that he's like attracted to. And that really is weird to me.
He also has this like savior complex for her. So I guess a light content warning for discussion of self-harm here. And I can put this at the top of the episode as well, but he finds out by looking at her wrist that she has tried cutting herself in the past, and she mentions her quote, her past failures and her fear that it would happen again. And he's like, I can help you if you want. And she goes, yeah, I guess you can. And it is very much this like, I will save you. I will make you better kind of thing. Like, I will show you what the real world is like. Yeah. Because also where this does work for me is not his savior thing, but it's just Cooper realizing like, he's actually not season 1 Cooper anymore. Like season 1 Cooper would actually mimic Annie a lot. But now that he's like been burnt by so much of the world and by his past failures, he's the one who's like, yeah, I've been through this before. I can be the one to like introduce you to the world and kind of like give you some experience in life. So I appreciate that stuff, and I really think it works on the performances of McLaughlin and Graham here. But again, on the paper, like the Andy character, A doesn't need to be here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, A doesn't need to be here, and B is written in a really odd way.
Yeah, Heather Graham's just given these lines that are so written and don't sound natural, and she is not making them sound natural either. And then Kyle MacLachlan is getting to do stuff like saying okay, you know, and doing cute stuff, and his big grin. And just on that idea of Cooper not being season 1 Cooper anymore, I think the moment I liked the most out of this plot was when Cooper tries to tell the joke, and then Truman's like, "Bro, you're trying to tell a joke. You're in love with this girl."
Love, dude.
It was sweet, and I like seeing Cooper open up and think about like, okay, I could settle down, I could be vulnerable, I could love again, I could, give this a shot, and even forgive myself in a way somehow for what happened with Caroline. Yeah. That seems like where he's going, and then that's gonna have some unfortunate consequences. So that it works in that way, but Annie as a character is just such a manic pixie dream waitress. None.
It's true.
Yeah.
She breaks Truman's heart by stealing Cooper's heart, and he pretends that it's a hangover, but he's really going to cry because his boyfriend likes someone else.
In his worst hour, like his girlfriend just died, and now you're going to take his boyfriend away? Come on.
Super unfair.
Super unfair. I will say that when Annie says how she's feeling, this is me every single day.
I'm fine. I'm weird, actually. I'm disoriented. I'm not sure where I am. I mean, I know where I am, but it feels odd being here. I'm okay.
That's me every day. She says she's strange multiple times in this episode. That's the manic pixie dream.
I'm
girl
strange.
energy.
I'm weird. I'm just.
she's like, I don't know. Like, I'm strange, Cooper, and he's like, I don't think you're strange. I think you're beautiful.
I think you're amazing. Oh my God, do you know birds? She like identifies birds. That's also a big manic pixie dream girl thing. Is like she knows the thing that we like.
Yeah.
And that's cool and hot.
She knows birds and cars. Yes.
That's sick.
A Finch on a Dodge Dart. Yes.
Yep. And then she also is an exposition device because she's like, oh, that looks like you had fun at Owl Cave. And he was like, huh? Owl Cave? And the music like cuts out. This is after like a 15-minute scene between Cole meeting Shelley and Truman falling in love with Annie. There's just a lot of romance and like slow horniness happening.
The love theme from Twin Peaks is blaring throughout the whole thing. Yeah. It's like oppressively loud. The music mixing in this show stays annoying. And I'm looking at whoever mixed it going,
Boy,
we can't let him keep doing this with the soundboard.
boy.
The fact that the fact that the music cuts when she says "Owl Cave" is also funny. It's like "Owl Cave." It too felt like there was a spell over the double R that day, and it's just like there's always two scenes happening in the double R, right? And sometimes they relate, sometimes they don't. And this, it felt like they were in conversation with each other. And just as someone who cares about how writing and framing happens, I think that was pretty well done, if silly as hell.
Yes, I agree.
Speaking of love, James sends a letter to Donna from San Francisco, and he's
San Francisco's really cool.
ad for San Francisco right there. He's like, he sends her a postcard. He's like, I have a million billion stories for you. This is also set over the backdrop of Donna's mom plot. Can you explain anything that's going on with Donna's mom and Ben?
Okay. Can I get a spoiler warning just for the next couple of minutes?
No. From just this episode, what you know in this episode, because I think I know what the overall thing is.
I thought I did, and then I looked it up and I realized that I was wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, so here's what's happening in this episode, and then if we could have just like a brief moment of spoiler talk about it. Sure. Because it's ultimately inconsequential. But Donna's mom, Ben Horn, came to visit the Hayward house the day prior, and he was at the doorway with Donna's mom, who we learn in this episode is named Eileen. I
think we've heard her name before.
Okay, yeah, I'll believe it. And I wasn't listening or forgot. Sure, I'll own that. I did not know her name was Eileen, and I now know that her name is Eileen.
And you were like, "Come on, Eileen! Yeah.
Come on, Eileen! Oh, my hands are so clean at this moment. No. I am stapling."
Is that a Weird Al song?
It's a Community reference.
Even
Come
worse.
on, I'm Dean. Remember the Dean sings it?
Yep.
Anyway, that happened the episode prior. In this episode, Eileen is at the Great Northern when Donna's there, or Donna follows her there, I think. One of those two things happens. And she goes into Ben Horn's office, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? And Donna talks to Audrey, and she's like, Audrey, what's going on here? And Audrey's like, I don't know, but I have a little nook where I spy. And they go to the spying nook, and Ben Horn is talking to Eileen Hayward about some letters. And she's like, why now, Ben, after 20 years? And he's like, because I want to be with you, baby. And he tries to kiss her, and she's like, don't kiss me. And so there's some kind of a romantic
stay away from my daughter
past between the two of them.
Well, no, she doesn't stay away from my daughter. She says stay away from her. We don't know who her is. I think it's her. I think it's Audrey.
Or Donna, you mean?
I'm sorry, Donna. Excuse me. Yes, yeah. Donna.
Okay, can we spoiler talk for like a minute?
Yeah, go for it. Woo, woo, woo. Sorry, I couldn't find an alarm noise this late before the edit was due. Please jump forward about a minute and 10 seconds ahead from the end of this clip if you don't want to be spoiled on the Donna plot line. That is honestly really dumb and going to be resolved soon. But if you're really, really, really committed to staying spoiler-free, 1 minute and 10 seconds from here.
So, okay, spoiler warning. I thought that this was going to, I think I said in the previous episode that I thought this was going to turn out to be nothing. Like, oh, it's a misunderstanding. It just is exactly what it looks like. Donna's mom had an affair with Ben Horn around the time that Donna was conceived, and she's potentially Ben Horn's daughter.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Great.
it. And
Great.
she and Doc Hayward are going to get divorced because of this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're
really
going to have like a big fight in a couple episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll allow
it's like, why this?
What a weird late series drop.
Yeah. And the weird thing is there's no mystery to it. Like this is what it is. What Donna thinks it is and what she's seeing is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so okay. Anyway, That's that plot. There's not really much else. Donna talks to her dad. We're out of the spoiler territory. Come back.
Welcome back.
Come back. Donna talks to her dad, and she's like, hey, Mom went to go see Ben Horn. Good on Donna for just disclosing all of it right away.
Yeah.
Pretty mature.
Finally.
And Doc Hayward is like clearly upset, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
next.
He's bissed.
He's bissed. We don't ever see this guy bissed. One thing that I thought was super funny from the Donna plot, she ends up in the Great Northern, and there's this 10-second stretch of dialogue, or 10 seconds of the show with this dialogue. And I just want you to pay close attention to the lines here.
Donna, hi.
Hi, Donna. Hi, Donna. Hi.
I thought that was so weird. I totally noticed that.
Oh, weird. It calls attention to itself. Hi, Donna. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Donna.
Hey, Donna.
Hi.
What the fuck? It's like when they ADR the guy going, Mr. Horn, Mr. Horn. You're like, who are you?
Right. Hey, Mr. Horn. Hey, Mr. Horn. Oh, it's the Horn brothers.
It's, script writing 101. You don't need people to introduce themselves every time they come in a room, or people don't need to address them every time.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
nobody
yeah.
does that in real life.
Right.
I do like that. That's Nadine and Mike in the back, checking out for the night. If you're keeping up with their plot line, they just had wild sex. And the guy, Randy, the guy at the Great Northern, is like, how was the night? And then Mike's like, it was interesting.
Wink. And he winks at him. No, thanks, Mike. Get out of here.
No,
bud.
thanks, Mike. Put the cuffs
Go
on.
home, go home.
You guys don't know what your own plot is anymore. This is embarrassing.
Mike's also, I just don't get where
teenager?
Mike's at. Huh?
He's also a teenager?
Well, yeah. Yes. This still is bad as a plot.
Yep.
And Mike's characterization doesn't make sense to me, because I would assume that he's like going through this whole thing of checking into the Great Northern to like conceal this relationship from his high school peers, because Nadine is not a high schooler. But when he sees Donna, he's like, hey, Donna, what's up? It's me and my girl. So I don't get it. I don't get what Mike's doing. Is it just so that they don't have to go to his parents' house? Is that what's happening?
Oh.
But then are his parents going to be like, where were you? I just went to the hotel. Like, what is this, Mike?
Bobby goes to Shelly's house for like weeks at a time. So
yeah, but
funny.
Major Briggs goes to space for weeks at a time. So the Briggs household has some issues.
Well, also, it's funny because Bobby always tells us, I think there's a line where he says, I can't keep telling my parents I'm going to Mike's. And so I imagine just some like fake plot line where not Eileen, whatever his mom's name is, goes to Mike's house. And then she's like, Mrs. Mike's mom, where's Bobby and Mike? And she's like, I don't know. Mike's checked in at a hotel. And they just like disassembled the stupid plot. Like, wait, what? One of them was in a coma, and her husband was in a coma. He woke up with an axe, and the show ends. That's how the show actually ends. Sorry, spoiler. I'll put spoiler warning on that too.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Andy repels into the sheriff's office once they determine that they're spelunking today.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of a horny episode, Lucy.
The mining? Oh, the pick. No, Lucy.
Lucy is just like, she's really wanting to talk to Andy, and Andy, it's like, oh, hey there, Andy's, situation emphasized by the spelunking gear. And Lucy's like, you're so great at that. The thing that happened last episode that felt like a fever dream, but was real. This I don't know. I liked it. I like seeing Andy and Lucy liking each other.
They're happy together. There's no dick in this episode, unfortunately. Well, there is. Andy's. But...
Andy's dick.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, he's getting ready to repel. Thank you. Your ability to hit that one fast is impressive.
Thank you.
Our spelunking boys eventually go on I'm going to come back to the Wheeler Ben Horn stuff super quickly, but just to finish up with the spelunking stuff.
Yeah.
They go on a Hardy Boys adventure complete with bats and owls, and Andy gets his axe stuck in the owl cave symbol, which reveals the secrets within. It's so Indiana Jones. It feels like they're doing a parody or something.
Yeah, it looked so much like an Indiana Jones set. It was strange.
We should watch Indiana Jones, by the way. I think you would like those movies quite a bit. At least the first two.
I'll check
Maybe
them
the
out. They're a
first
blind spot for me.
Yeah.
I'll be down.
You get to watch Spielberg be like a good director. Oof. Nah,
We've been through this. We've been through this.
We've done this.
We've looked at Spielberg movies, and some
And
of
then I
them
go,
were
wait a
good.
minute. So there's the Cooper Annie scene. He gets his pick stuck in the cave thing. It spins around. Oh my God, there's a petroglyph. Did you, without Googling it, remember what a petroglyph is?
That would be assuming that I was paying attention to this part of the episode.
Oof.
So
Basically, it looks like the plot, the set of Legend of the Hidden Temple, where they open the cave, and there's a little twisty knob, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's a petroglyph!" And it has the symbol that's on Major Briggs, and the Log Lady's back of her knee. If you combine those symbols, it's like 2 diamonds and then 2 peaks. And they're like, "Whoa, that's a petroglyph." A petroglyph just is an image, per Wikipedia, an image created by removing part of a rock by carving it as a form of rock art. So it's a rock carving.
Okay.
And then Wyndham Earl comes through and goes, the Owl Cave symbol. And he looks behind him and goes, I inverted. Like he's a freaking Yu-Gi-Oh villain. I'm time to use my trap card.
Yeah.
Flips it upside down. The cave goes, oopsie doopsie. And I think I know what happens in this plot line, and it's not worth a spoiler zone because it's dumb.
Yeah, we'll just watch it when it happens.
And we're really close to the end here. So, I mean, sheesh, y'all. That's really all I got.
Well, there's the
sorry.
John Justice Wheeler, Audrey, and Ben stuff, and that's
Thank
the
you for
last
giving me
major
his
thing.
full name, bud. Thank you for
John
his full
Justice
name.
Wheeler, John Justice Wheeler, John Justice. Oh my God,
No,
it's right
he's
behind
here.
me. Hey,
Billy
what's up?
Zane.
I wanna
Hey, guys.
have a lot of sex with you. Hey. All right, nice to see
okay.
you. He's exuding this aggressively sexy energy.
He's leaking sex.
It's really something to behold.
Friend of the podcast, Ryan P, today mentioned to me that John Justice Wheeler sounds like an Aaron Sorkin character. Not the name of the character, that kind of the name of the character, but they were referring to like the way he talks. And I was like, yeah, I kind of get it. The like soft but eloquent. That's Sorkin's.
Here's the line that just fully exemplifies that, and also the problematic nature in which Sorkin characters sometimes engage in that.
Oh. Do you remember your grandfather? Mm-hmm. Colorful man, one of the wisest I ever met. You know what he once said? He said, if you're gonna bring a hammer, you better bring nails.
What's that supposed to mean?
What that means is, the next time you come into my room and carry on like this, you better be ready to finish whatever it is you came here to start.
Maybe I'm ready now.
Be yourself.
I am being myself.
Does he say, what does he say, be yourself? I feel like he mumbles that one.
Be yourself.
He really ate that line.
Yeah, I am being myself. I don't even know what that means. All I know is that this guy just invoked an 18-year-old girl's grandfather in order to say, you better be here to have sex with me, because that's all I'm looking for right now.
That's what I'm in the market for, particularly today, Miss Audrey. Also, there's a brief moment of... Yeah, go ahead.
If Billy Zane wasn't completely hot, it would be way worse. And just by sheer force of smile, you can like get this plot down, you know?
It's sheer force of sweater also.
The sweater was this, powerful.
Like, red, black, white sweater with these like glasses. And I mean, listen, let's just say I put my pants on one leg at a time.
Boy.
Thank you. I deserved that. He's just, he's very handsome. I keep giving him these outfits. Ben is like, okay, Ben is very manipulative here in the way that like manipulative parents tend to be, where he's like, Audrey, do you know, I really want to be better. And she's like, I believe you. I believe that you want to be better. That's really great. And he's like, and I want you to like take over for me. And she's like, that's great. I want to do that. And he goes, your plane leaves in 24 hours. And she's like, the fuck? What?
Right,
The what?
right.
Leaves when?
Yeah.
And he's going to have her go do a journey with Wheeler, potentially, the next day.
Yeah.
Silly.
I don't know. We can continue to think about, I don't have much to say right now about like, Ben Horn's redemption arc that we haven't already said.
Yeah.
Except to say that it is awesome that he's just chomping carrots so hard and he just can't go without something that is like a cigar.
Oral fixation.
Yeah. And the moment where John Justice Wheeler is like, I'm falling in love with your daughter. And Ben Horn's like, yeah, that's a great example of a awkward truth. And he's like, no, for real. And then he pulls a carrot out of his jacket as if it's a cigar. And he's like, yeah, let's celebrate with these big old carrots. Oh, man, that was really funny.
I approve of this. Take one with me. Let's light up. And then they parallel each other. Once again, they put cross their legs in the exact same way.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. I think Wheeler's just supposed to be Ben Horn Jr. That sucks to me.
Yeah. And it is upsetting to see, just given everything we've already seen of the Audrey-Ben relationship, the things we've seen Ben Horn do, like you're saying, it sucks to see him get Audrey to say, Daddy, I'm your man. He says sensational, which should be this really nice moment. And then he says, anyway, you're going to go do this ridiculous thing for me. And you're just like, well, what's your deal, Ben Horn? Are you sincere? Have you attained like a higher level of manipulativeness? You're playing like 6-dimensional chess now. What is this?
There's no firm answer, as I remember, but the Ben stuff continues to baffle me. And also it's weird that he's like, we can make the whole family better. You and me. And it's like, he stops there and you're like, you have a wife and a son who's in the background of this scene, by the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Johnny Horn continuing to be played as a funny background joke that we don't even pay attention to anymore. Just like making sounds, that kind of punctuate this scene.
Yeah.
That's the whole joke, guys. He's weird. Sorry, I'm melting. My bad.
Yeah,
I don't think
not good.
I have further thoughts on Johnny Horn that we can punt to another episode. But anyways, is there anything we're missing?
No, that's it.
Oh, I didn't mention Wyndham Earle's disguise, by the way. The professor's name is Edward Perkins. And I wrote in my notes just to roast you that this is a dark, Joker-fied version of you in 30 years.
I liked the weird moment of confusion where he says Shelley, and Audrey's like, wait, my name's not Shelley. And he's like, the poet Shelley. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I really like that.
A bit of a moment of confusion. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we're bad episode. Oh my God. What? I forgot about the resolution of the Harry Truman plot.
What resolution?
Why would Eckhart want me dead? Sexual jealousy. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The way he goes, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about sexual
just
jealousy.
Shrugs off. I cannot believe this episode started the way that it did. Yeah. With all the Jones stuff and the sexual charge that we criticized last time, and there being no reason that she gets into like lingerie to garrote him in the bed. There's literally no purpose behind it whatsoever except for the audience to be like, yeah, sexy lady and stuff. She's not like luring Truman into bed with her sexuality. She's not getting past the guards with her sexuality or something. It's not a tool in the process of doing this. It is literally just a visual for the audience to be like, all right, yeah, sure, sounds good.
My only push, and I know this is a weak one, and I'm not saying that it excuses it, is she's trying to make a like confused, drunk out of his mind Truman think that she is Josie for a second. That's why she goes, yeah, it's me, Josie. And he goes, Josie? And he like sees Joan Chen's face there for a second. And then she garrots him. And it's like, dog, you just go behind him. He's sleeping. It's so easy. I'm sorry to say this. I know I'm weird to say this. It's very easy to garrot someone when they're sleeping. They can't stop you.
Right. I just don't understand what the purpose of is it for him, for his last like moment alive, to be thinking that he is being murdered by his lover? Like, is that the whole thing?
I don't think this plot goes anywhere.
Right. And then in that quote where Truman's talking to Cooper, they just brush it off. They're like, all right, well, that's done.
Oh, and then
so silly.
The joke is they go, she asked to speak to the South African consulate, and they're like, in Twin Peaks? The joke is we don't have one.
Yeah.
Anyway. I can confirm she doesn't. That's her last appearance.
Cool. Great work. Great work, everybody. Let's get out of this episode and go to the next one.
All right, Magellan, I have no stray notes here. I'm just going to say that we will be right back after this brief musical break. Hey folks, Magellan and Allen here, popping in with a quick email that we received from a listener of the podcast. You too can send in your emails by going to chatspod@gmail.com and typing an email and hitting send. This email comes to us from Nick of the Brothers at Infinite War. So much meta. Nick, of course, referring to the episode with Charlie and how many memes Magellan and Charlie decided to just kind of barf onto the podcast. It was really good. He says, why did you take it all away for the rest of us? The sense of betrayal from Chats. But don't worry, I'm never going to give you up. I'm never going to let you down. I'm never going to run around and desert you to some other Twin Peaks podcast.
Okay, I see what you did there.
I love that. How did it take this long for Heather Graham to show up? As someone who's read a bit on wikis about things to come, even in The Return, and knew she was coming, but wow, talk about very late, and for exactly one person. That being said, she is just too charming, so I'm not even mad. And he follows up by asking, when is our commentary chats of Austin Powers 2? Magellan, I open the floor to you as
you mean?
Please get it right. Put some respect on its name. Magellan, as the producer of our Patreon content, where is the commentary chats for Austin Powers 2?
I mean, hey, if folks don't know, over on our Patreon, we have a monthly wheel of content that people suggest things based on a theme, and then we spin the wheel. If you can find a way to shoehorn it into a theme, I do it. Make the case. We literally had a theme of sequels last month.
Yep. Back to
But also Spy Who Shagged Me coming your way this Saturday, so check it out.
All right, excellent.
I'm just kidding, but maybe we'll do it sometime because those are pretty fun commentary movies.
Yeah, I remember liking our Austin Powers 1 commentary quite a bit. He goes on, thank you, Magellan, for putting into words your thoughts on Billy Zane that I didn't realize I needed. He is very hot, but brings nothing else. Which is tragic and true, and also how I'm trying to be.
And I think that's like on the writing and the character, right? Like Billy Zane is bringing the entirety of his energy. He's bringing it all, and it's noticeable, and it's still not a fun character.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not on Billy Zane. If you haven't seen Titanic, he's like the best shit-eating heel in that film. And you would love him in that. You'd be like, oh, I understand why people like Billy Zane, why it was cool. I just saw an article called Billy Zane is the true hero of Titanic, and I'm angry at the internet. He sucks. Question for you both, continues Nick. If you could remove one new character, and only one, and bring back a previously discarded character to try to save the end of season 2, who would it be? Alternatively, would you, in classic soap opera fashion, introduce a secret twin, and who would it be of? Thanks, Nick. If you'd remove one new character and only one, and bring back somebody who's been discarded. Ooh. Ooh.
You have a thought on that?
Yeah, I would remove Emery Battis and Jones, and I would bring back Josie.
Okay. Tell me more.
She would survive in the drawer pull, and we get some hilarious antics where people are like making out on the bed, and she's like, "Excuse me," and then she goes, "It's a living," like she's on the Flintstones or something. She would be they would pivot to her being funny instead of her being like an evil gangster woman. And I think that would be really great. And you don't need Emery; he adds nothing to the show. And Jones is a fake character.
I don't even remember who Emery is. Who's Emery?
You don't remember who Emery Battis is?
Who is that again?
He's the owner of the perfume department section. The one who lures the girls in.
Oh God, that guy sucks.
Yeah, he does. Get rid of him. Cut him out. Cut it out. I guess he's not new though, because he was like late season one
already. Yeah.
Okay, how about just Jones. Definitely Jones. Probably, and then that woman who was with the judge. We can get rid of her.
Oh my God, the judge.
Yep. But don't get rid of the judge. Keep the judge.
Take the
cannoli.
The judge, leave the cannoli or whatever.
There it is. Good job.
Yeah. I would get rid of Annie. I just don't.
Wow.
You don't need Annie. You don't need Annie at all. And I would just have. Go ahead.
No, you kind of need Annie is all I was going to say. I'm sorry.
For what?
The rest of the show. Cooper needs a person to save.
I don't know about that.
Okay. We'll talk about we can get into that in the future.
Sure. But I would rather the person that Cooper develops this like romance with be Truman or someone else we know. I don't even know who it could be. Like even if it was with Norma, wouldn't that be way more interesting? Or just like Caroline's alive, or she has a twin.
Oh
like,
yeah, there you go. Soap opera Twin Caroline.
That. Like if you're just gonna do that, just do that. You know.
Well, because I guess I was gonna say like, why would they soap opera twin? But that's literally what Maddie is. Right. So, if they had a Caroline twin, and he's like, I have feelings for you, but are they because you remind me of this other woman, or because you're like give me like the Annie arc, but as a like clone or a twin of Caroline.
Yeah.
Huh.
My other answer would be just get rid of Thomas Eckert completely, and it's just that Josie chose to do these things that
Josie
chose to do. Josie, just make it a Josie, and then bring back Jonathan. And it turns out that he like works for Josie and was part of like putting on a performance for the people around her, and it's all like within her command, under her control.
Oh, good. You found it. That's great answer, dude.
That's my answer.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, thank you, Nick, for inspiring some fun discussion of the best characters in season 2, like Jones, and just a really big Jones fan here. That's what we got. Again, chatspot@gmail.com if you have emails, questions, or comments. We would like to do more email segments, but the truth is, a lot of our best friends and listeners check out our Patreon Discord. So if you're not there and you're like, where's all the chats feedback going? It's in our Discord, and it's really popping off and fun. So
you may have noticed, by the way, that this episode is a single discussion length. It's because our discussion of variations on relations ended up ballooning into longer than we expected, which was pretty fun. So you're going to get that discussion on Wednesday. And don't forget, that is considered by numbers to be the worst episode of Twin Peaks. So, yeah.
We just had to discuss how much we hated it and how frustrating it was and how stupid. So we will see you all Wednesday. Damn Pine Podcast.